Now, post the alliance with JSW in the Indian market, MG will be bringing a lot of new models in the next couple of years. And in the EV space, this one could be a high contender on the high priority list. This is the MG4 EV. I'm in Kathmandu, Nepal to drive the car. Now, before I move forward, a big thanks to Nepal Drives and MG Motor Nepal to give us this over here for a few hours so that I can drive the car and give you my experience on this particular stylish looking EV. Now, is the car important for the Indian market? What all is different and the USPs of the car, the battery setup, the interior, the space, the driving experience, everything coming up in the next few minutes. Now, these are the SAIC Vision full LED headlamps on the MG4, a very important part of the front end. Now, before I get to the design part, where will the MG4 stand in this segment in the Indian market? Now, as per the pricing and segmentation in Nepal, it is slightly higher up as compared to the ZS EV. The ZS EV has a starting price of over 18 lakh rupees in the Indian market and goes to approximately 25 lakh rupees. If this one comes with a bigger battery pack, you can expect a pricing of approximately 30 lakh rupees. A good place for the MG4 to sit in the Indian segment, mainly because of the way it looks. I often say, jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai, and this is a stunning looking EV in my regard. Do you agree or not? Let me know in the comment section below. The front end has to be about, once again, the headlights. Look at these, and the DRLs, the way they come in on the headlights from the upper part, and the same on the other one as well. The big MG logo sits in over here, and there is more muscle in the way the bonnet has been designed. There's a prominent crease coming in over like a smiley on the bonnet. That can be a good talking point in my regard for owners who want to go for an EV. EVs are supposed to look futuristic and future ready, and this one does that in style. Now, on the screen, you can see other color options which are on sale globally. It is available in a lot of bold color options, something people would want to see in EVs to complement their personality as well. A side profile, by the way, there are two versions on offer, the comfort and the luxury. And with the luxury, you have these 18-inch alloy wheels. I love the way the design has been done with the black and silver inserts coming in over here. Something we see commonly in EVs in the Indian market as well. MG openly says it's an hatchback, not a crossover, not an SUV. It's the first full electric hatchback from the world and house of MG for global markets, and India could be that market as well. I stand 6 feet tall. You can make out it's not a very high vehicle. It ends in over here, and as you go towards the C pillar, this one is not metal, not glass. It's sort of plasticky, glassy coming in over here with the C pillar. But the talking point at the back again have to be the SAIC Vision LED lighting system. Just look at this. Pardon me for the dust on the rear part. We are in the middle of nowhere, but on the screen we can show you other clean images of the car as well. So this is sort of connected, and on the upper part you have this cross coming in with the LEDs, which we have seen in other videos on my channel in the last few days. The MG logo sits in over here, and all this is actually protected by a proper glass area. I know in the event of a rear collision this will go away, but then you have zero type insurance for a reason. A very big sporty element has to be about this. It looks very Lamborghini-ish in the way the huge spoiler has been put in. I think sporty appeal. Overall, it's a good looking, future ready, funky looking EV in my opinion. It's not very small as well. The length is over 4 meters, so it's not a sub 4 meter compact SUV for our dimension. It's a longer vehicle in my opinion. Now, first thing, if the MG4 does come to the Indian market, MG will be adding a lot of features because competition is something very fierce in the Indian market. For example, over here, the co-driver seat is not powered, only the driver's seat is powered. So for the Indian market, this will be an addition. Secondly, the seats are not ventilated, something very important, essential for the 30 lakh rupee bracket, so that could be added. The seats are not completely leather, something I like because in the Indian summer, leather can get very, very hot. Now, the screen and the font size reminds me a lot of the MG Comet that I have with me as a long-term car, and less buttons on the inside, something again that will go very well with the EV cars and modern day cars. A few buttons on this side for your audio controls, for going to the home screen, climate control, and of course your demister on the front and at the back. This is where you put your phone for your wireless charging, and a very cool looking rotary dial to go between your reverse, neutral, park and drive. This space is completely empty, something which is possible with an EV architecture. It's MG's first full EV hatchback, and again the floor is flat as well. The batteries are on the lower part over here. A couple of cup holders coming on this part. You have a huge glove box to keep your knickknacks, and again more space under the armrest, and a very usable small area to put in a phone or a small booklet over here. The glove box is of decently small size, and this is a very horizontal layout to give you a sense of width in the car. The speedometer looks nice. It's a flat bottom steering with only 2 spokes. Nice to look at and nice to hold, and a rather small as compared to other vehicles. The screen for the speedometer console looks sporty, just like the BYD Dolphin I had a few days back. The video for that is live on the channel. No sunroof on this particular model, but for the Indian market, sunroof is important, so MG could do that addition in the MG4 as well. As of now, I stand 6 feet tall, a couple of inches of headroom left over here, and the visibility is not bad from the mirrors, from this mirror, and I can also see the edges of the bonnet. But this part of the roof can hamper my experience inside city limits. I'll talk about that at a later stage. But for now, only black interiors, less buttons, sporty screen, flat bottom, and a sense of space and width in the MG4. Things at the back, let's go over there. First of all, the space. If the driver's seat is for a tall person like me and an equal tall person at the rear, a couple of inches of knee room, not bad, could have been slightly better. The issue is because there is no sunroof panel, there is no sense of airiness. It feels slightly claustrophobic, slightly dark on the back seat, but that is because these windows are tinted. Look at this. Cannot be the case in India because of legal issues, but with the tinted glass, a sense of darkness on the inside. I just figured out that the seats have a contrast blue stitching, which I'll show you as well. And clever things are, you have these cell phone pockets on the back of both the seats, so 4 cell phones can be placed over here. There is no armrest, but on the good side you have individual headrest for the passengers. So if 3 are sitting over here, everyone has a headrest for safety's sake. I see a USB type charging outlet, no C type, and a place to keep your phone. And there is no provision for rear AC vents, which could be a issue in this segment. If you're paying so much, you would want rear AC vents. Headroom is decently good. I stand 6 feet tall, and the scoop means around couple of inches of headroom left over here. So overall, it's a comfortable space to be. The quality of finish of materials is not bad. Lines just to add to the styling statement of the MG4. And now driving the MG4 EV over here in Kathmandu, Nepal. The roads are not very open. You are either in congestion or on these hills right now. The MG4 is available in 2 versions, a lower battery pack and less power, or a bigger battery pack and more power. We are in the top spec luxury version. Battery is over 60 kilowatt hour, and in my opinion, in the past, having driven other MG electric cars, you can easily get over 400 kilometers on a full charge. So that ways you are sorted. Power is a surprise, 150 kilowatt of power, which is 200 PS available. So that basically has the sporty character. You have the punch available, of course, different driving modes in different regions available, but the region can be adjusted from the button. There are 2 stars on the steering wheel, and you can make sure what the stars can do, the star buttons, and easy to use from that point of view. Outright, it is quick. MG says 0 to 100 in 8.5 seconds is totally believable, and top speed, like most EVs, is capped. It's limited, I think, to 150 or 160 kmph. What has really impressed me is that it looks sporty on the outside, but it's a very livable car. The ride quality is superb. We went to an off-road location for the shoot, and 4 of us in the car, friends from Nepal drives, and Abhay as well. I am a big fan of the ride quality. People will appreciate this. And likewise, the steering doesn't need extra effort. It is livable, it's light. Of course, you have the driving modes, you have the region mode. So it's a split personality. It looks very sporty enough, but it's livable, it's comfortable, it's easy to use. Even right now, from my driver's perspective, the big mirrors and the bonnets is visible over here. A slight shortcoming, this one comes in on the lower part till here, the mirror, so it is slightly in your face, but once you get used to it, driving the MG4 EV in various conditions will not be a big task. EVs are supposed to be silent. This one is, there is no whine from the motor as well, so it's a super silent experience in the MG4. Also, in terms of ergonomics, it is a sorted car, mainly because the gear lever is so much more in your access. Right over here, the rotary dial. I was doing a couple of U-turns for these shots a while back, and going from drive to reverse and back to drive is a joy to use. So even ergonomics wise, you are sorted. Your visibility, the touch controls, and the flat bottom steering. Throwing the cars into curves and corners, I'm surprised because the ride quality was definitely comfortable. I thought they would be body roll or it would not be so agile, but I have been proved wrong. It's a well-engineered car. MG's first full electric hatchback has been engineered keeping comfort and handling in mind. Of course, the batteries are low down there, so your center of gravity is nice and you definitely can have some kind of fun around twisties with the MG4. And that brings us to the end of this video with the MG4 here in Kathmandu, Nepal. Now once again, MG India has not officially confirmed on the launch of the 4 in the Indian market, but remember at the last Auto Expo, they did showcase the car for a customer response. Now in my opinion, if this does come to India, it will be a styling statement in the EV segment in the 30 lakh rupee bracket. Plus, of course, ample range, a big battery setup, lot of features and a very comfortable ride experience. Would you want to see the MG4 in Indian showrooms? Yes or no, and why? Do let me know in the comment section below. And before I end this video, I need 10 seconds from you. If you haven't done till now, do subscribe and hit the bell icon as well. If you hit the bell icon, the next video notification will come to you immediately.